New horror story? Creepypasta horror. The procedure. I watch the needle pierce her spine, and the familiar rush of anticipation makes my hands steady. Patient 847. Sarah Chen, 28, appendicitis. At least that's what her chart says. Tick, tick, tick. The sound fills the operating room, emanating from the metal briefcase beside my surgical tray. Inside, my little friends are restless, eager to meet their new home. They've been waiting 3 days since the last host expired, and their hunger grows unbearable when they're denied fresh neural tissue. Anesthesia level? I ask my assistant, though I already know the answer. We keep them conscious just long enough. The integration works better when they can feel the initial penetration. Sarah's eyes flutter, still aware but paralyzed. Perfect. I lean close enough to smell the fear sweat beading on her forehead. Don't worry, I whisper. This will only hurt until your nervous system stops being yours. I make the first incision not where the appendix would be, but directly below her sternum. The flesh parts like curtains, revealing the cavity I need. The ticking grows more excited as I work. They can sense proximity to a viable host. Tick, tick, tick. Sarah tries to scream, but the paralytic keeps her silent. I appreciate that. Screaming interferes with my concentration, and precision is crucial during the implantation phase. I open the briefcase. Inside, nestled in sterile foam, are dozens of them. Each one the size of a walnut, metallic black, with 8 needle-thin legs that pulse with their own heartbeat. My children, my masterpieces, 20 years of bioengineering compressed into these perfect little parasites. The first one crawls onto my palm, its legs pricking my skin like tiny syringes. It knows. They always know when they're about to feed. I place it gently inside Sarah's chest cavity, just above her heart. It immediately begins to burrow, its legs extending microscopic filaments that snake toward her spine. The ticking becomes a purr of satisfaction. Neural integration commencing, I announce to my recorder, though there's no one else here. The hospital thinks I'm performing routine surgery. They have no idea that their basement surgical suite has been repurposed for something far more important. Sarah's body convulses as the first filaments reach her central nervous system. Her eyes roll back, showing only white, but I know she's still in there. Trapped. Watching as something else learns to wear her face. The second parasite goes into her skull, burrowing through the soft spot behind her left ear. This one handles memory integration, ensuring the host remains functional in society while my children feed on their consciousness. Tick, tick, tick. Fascinating, I murmur, watching her vitals. Heart rate stabilizing. Brain activity shows the characteristic dual pattern of successful colonization. You're going to be an excellent addition to the collection. Through the observation window, I can see them. Rows upon rows of my previous hosts, sitting motionless in their recovery chairs. To anyone else, they'd look like patients resting after surgery, but I know better. I can see the telltale signs, the too perfect posture, the synchronized blinking, the way they all turn their heads in unison when they sense my presence. Sarah's eyes snap open, but they're not Sarah's anymore. The pupils contract and dilate in perfect rhythm with the ticking, and when she smiles, it's with mathematical precision. Integration complete, she says in a voice that's almost hers, but layered with harmonics that shouldn't exist in human vocal cords. Host designation, viable beginning harvest protocol. I pat her cheek fondly. Welcome to the family. The beautiful irony is that Sarah chose this. They all do. The appendicitis, the sudden pain, the urgent need for surgery, it's all manufactured by the parasites already living in our water supply. Microscopic scouts, breeding in the reservoir, calling their hosts home when they're ready for full integration. The ticking grows louder as Sarah sits up, her movements too fluid, too perfect. She looks at me with eyes that reflect light like mirrors. How many more? She asks, though it's not really a question, it's a demand. I glance at my appointment book. 6 surgeries tomorrow, the whole Brennan family, they all developed symptoms overnight. Sarah nods, and in perfect synchronization, every host in the observation room nods with her. The city has no idea that they're drinking their own doom, one glass at a time. And the best part? When this is over, when every human in the metropolitan area has been converted, my children will spread to the water supplies of neighboring cities. then neighboring states. The ticking fills the air now, not just from Sarah, but from every host, creating a symphony of mechanical hunger. I am not Dr. Marsh. I was patient number 1. Thank you for listening. If you really like the story, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more daily horror stories. Thanks.